Weather and Climate, Chapter 8. What is weather? It is the condition of the atmosphere at a particular place over a short period of time. It changes every day. Changes in weather conditions give rise to seasons. What is climate? The average weather condition that prevails over a long area for a long period is called climate. Different regions of the world have different types of climate. The scientific study about the climate is called climatology. People who study climate are called climatologists. The diagram shows the heat zones of the earth. The sun's rays fall vertically over the equator throughout the year. Therefore, areas near the equator are the hottest regions in the world. The areas between the Tropic of Cancer 23.5 north and the Tropic of Capricorn 23.5 south on both sides of the equator are called hot or torrid zones. These zones have tropical climate. There is a gradual fall in the temperature as we move away from the equator towards the poles. In the polar regions, the sun's rays fall in a slanting way. Therefore, these areas are very cold. They are called the cold or frigid zones. The area between the Arctic Circle 66.5 north and North Pole is called the North Frigid Zone. The area between the Antarctica Circle 66.5 south and South Pole is called the South Frigid Zone. These areas have a cold polar climate. The regions between the torrid zones and the cold zones have mild climate which is neither too hot nor very cold. These zones are called the temperate zones. Both these zones have temperate climate. So we can say that the climate of a place depends on its distance from the equator. Height above the sea level. The height of a place above the sea level is called altitude. The higher is a place above the sea level, the cooler it is. That is why the climate of the mountains and hill stations is cooler than that of the plains. Distance from the sea. The places near the sea experience moderate climate, and places away from the sea are hot in summer and cold in winter. For example, Mumbai, situated near the Arabian Sea, has a moderate climate. On the other hand, Delhi, situated away from the sea, has an extreme type of climate. It is very cold in winter and very hot in summer. Direction of the winds. The direction of the winds affects the climate of a place. If a wind blows from a hot region, it makes the climate hot in the surroundings, and if a wind blows from a cold region, it makes the climate cold. For example, the hot wind that blows from the Thar Desert makes the climate of Delhi very hot during summer. Similarly, the cold wind that blows from Shimla makes the climate of Delhi very cold during winter. The monsoon winds from the Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal bring rain all over India. The climate in rainy season is hot and wet. Humidity. Humidity is the amount of water vapor present in the air. Humidity of a place depends on its distance from the sea. If a place is near to the sea, it would like to be more humid. Eclipses. The earth and the moon also cast shadows in space when sunlight falls on them. These shadows are called eclipses. An eclipse takes place only when the sun, the moon, and the earth fall in a straight line. There are two types of eclipses: lunar eclipse and solar eclipse. Lunar eclipse. When the earth comes between the sun and the moon, it obstructs the sunlight from reaching the moon. The earth, the sun, and the moon are in a straight line. The moon will be in the shadow of the earth. This is called the lunar eclipse. Solar eclipse. When the moon comes between the sun and the earth and they fall in a straight line, the shadow of the moon falls on the earth. This is called solar eclipse. Thank you.